big Sticman right here, RBGs, Gorillas Worldwide.
You are now listening to the voice of the underground, you know what I'm saying?
Holding it down underground. Underground is bad boys moving silence, you know what I mean? Some of us rap, but a lot of us could tear this shit up.
You better catch it while it's real. Watch the police, Dead Prez.
Pure hip-hop seems to be always on time, no matter what's going on in the world of rap music. Dead Prez consists of two members, M-1 and Stic.Man. M-1 and Stic.Man would prove what impeccable timing is all about. When the new millennium started in the year 2000, conscious music needed new faces and a new energy. With groups like Black Star releasing their groundbreaking debut 2 years earlier, conscious hip-hop was fresh and it was new and it was vibrant. Next up was a group called Dead Prez. This is in New York, and Sticman is from Florida. While Sticman was in high school, he wrote a rap poem titled Black as I Can Get for the school's Black History Month program. The high school principal banned the poem. This led to several students protesting and boycotting because of the ban. The school superintendent at the time replied to the parents, letting them know that if they didn't accept or like the ban, that they can find alternative school systems. This would let Sticman know early in his life how important his words can be. M1 would make his way down south and go to college at Florida A&M University. Sticman was also attending the same college. The two would meet in college, where they were inspired by the teachings of Malcolm X and other pro-black revolutionary advocates. They started to get into politics, joining local community and outreach programs in Florida. They both felt together, having the same mindset and passion for not only politics and social justice, but also for hip-hop. They started rhyming and they thought they should form a group and make their way to New York to pursue a career in hip-hop. M1 and Sticman were now in New York, ready to make something happen. They would run into a member of the legendary hip-hop group Brand Nubian, and things would change forever. M1 and Sticman ran into Lord Jamar in Brooklyn. Lord Jamar listened to them rhyme, and Lord Jamar, being from one of the greatest conscious hip-hop groups of all time, could relate to their rhymes and their conscious thoughts. But more than anything, Lord Jamar saw their hunger and passion and knew it was something that M1 and Sticman had that the world needed to see and hear.
So we see Lord J though, and this nigga was smoking a blunt outside at that time. It's regular now, but at that time that was some outlaw shit. So we ran up on ran up on Jay, and we was like, "Yo, salute to the God," and you know we love Brand Nubian. We here from Florida. We trying to make connections, man, and we dedicated. And then he looked at us and just told us to spit right on the spot. You know what I mean? And I spit something that I thought was sharp, and he looked at me, and it was J. Rue the Damager was with him, and rest in peace, my man Star was with him, and they all was like, kind of like, you know, I kind of feel something, and he gave me his info, and he was 100% real. Invited us to his crib maybe 2 days later, and then we just started building a friendship. It wasn't like no industry kind of thing. It was more like we really connected, you know, because Jay is hood, but Jay is mad smart, and Jay is, you know, he the God body. So we just had a lot in common, you know, to that,
Shit, like Atlantic is a long ass fucking street in Brooklyn, and like for Atlantic, they'd close off like a major part of Atlantic Avenue for this shit.
What's that second word? Antic? Atlanta?
Atlantic.
Okay.
Okay. And basically they'd shut off the street. There'd be mad vendors out there, music, food, you know, one of those like a big air. People's performing. I remember Fat Joe was performing that day. Wow. So I go out and this shit is like right outside my window. So I go out there to check it out or whatever. I'm out there every year. And these two dudes come up on me like, yo, you know what I mean? You know, my name's Sticman. I'm M-1, you know what I mean? You know, we got a group, Dead Prez. Yo, we think you know, you'd like our shit. Da 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 da. Yo, just but just I don't know, something about them. I was like, yo, give me y'all numbers or whatever. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit y'all up or some shit like that. Like, even though I wasn't fully sure, but something about, I don't know. It was just an energy that I felt, like, especially from Sticman, you know, especially when that look in his eye, when that music changed, he kind of looked like, damn, he kind of looked like, you know, let down or some shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, but I was like, I don't know, man. Let me just see what's up. Took their number, and I don't know, I might have called them like a week later or some shit like that, and they start playing shit over the phone, and that's when I started hearing the potential that they had, you know what I mean? And then I invited them to the crib, and then, you know what I mean?
Word.
We start working, and the rest.
Before Dead Prez signed a major label record deal, they would start their underground grind in New York around 1997. Once they made it over to Loud Records, they would start to appear on movie soundtracks. They appeared on Soul on the Hole soundtrack in 97, the movie Slam in 1998, and they would also appear on Big Pun's debut album in 1998. At that time, Loud Records was one of the best hip-hop labels. They signed a lot of underground artists like Exhibit, The Alcoholics, M.O.P., Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, and Big Pun. Dead Prez really wanted to get a major record label deal, but at the same time, they also knew their value, and they didn't just want anything thrown at them to accept. They had to really push for more.
You know, we done been through this, but Jay definitely helped us with getting out of that funny contract we had, you know, with the other guy. But keep it all the way 100. The one we signed with him, we had some issues too. So for me, I had to become my own lawyer, my own. Right. You know what I mean? I had to teach myself, right? So I really started studying contracts and all that shit while we was in our negotiations. And just to be honest, you know, Jay was he was ready to sign something with Loud Records that we didn't feel like was our full value. And then from his standpoint, and I understand this, like you know what I mean, we homies for life, and you know, right. But I'm just keeping it real because real shit happen in life, right? Right. And but from his point of view was like Brand Nubian signed for X and shit, nigga, this better than that, and come on, like let's go. Right? From where his
after more than your mind, they want your nation as a whole. It's time to take off the blindfold.
You expect me to vote for the lesser of two evils? Never. It's more like the evil of two lessers. That's like saying M, choose your oppressor. Pick one, Jeffrey Dahmer and Hannibal Lecter. You want crack, Coke, Pepsi, or Dr. Pepper. One? It's all fucked up and neither one of them better. Cause crack is like a Democrat, cocaine Republican, marijuana independent party, same government. You really think your vote count? Ask my folk down in Florida, didn't they straight throw that shit out? And them crackers act innocent, knowing they depend on this, benefit from hush money from big businesses. Money is the president, Dead Prez, dollar bill, and I bet no convention ain't spinning this. Soon they gon' need us, believe us. When did these cats pick rappers to be political leaders? Don't be pawns, be low, leader LeBrons. Run up on them arm like motherfucker, it's on. If Congress don't make progress, let's change the process. No more time running for office. Talking like that, these crackers will call you crazy. What's really crazy is no difference than me and Jay-Z. The same boat brought us the same place from slavery, so we rock the same chains anyway, baby.
After several years in New York and a lot of grinding and hard work, the crew finally had their debut album done. Let's Get Free touched on so many different facets. When they turned the album in to Loud Records loved the album, but they said it was missing a single to sell the world of not only who Dead Prez is, but why people should care about Dead Prez. So M-1 and Stic.Man went back into the studio and recorded one last song for the finishing touches on the album. This song would change their lives forever.
One thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. White folks head controls your brain. I know better than that. That's game.
Dream on some substance, a beamer or net.
And that song will be called Hip Hop. Hip hop really changed the game. It really brought a new energy to conscious music, because conscious music is conscious, but how do you sell conscious music? You back it by dope lyrics and an even doper beat. That way anybody can digest what's being said. This was one of the most important songs of not only Dead Prez's career, but in hip hop history.
That's what made hip hop.
That's what made
Which was the last record on the album that we made from Let's Get Free, because they was like, y'all ain't got nothing for the radio. And we said, what y'all want? Y'all want some hair, ha, which was the hook that I said exactly like that, playing, making a joke, but it was his beat made in a closet on the EPS, and he just moved the shit like, and to him it was a joke, but it came from years and years and years and years of trying.
Right. Yeah.
And making that,
you don't see that
kick,
you know what
make
it
that
was?
sound.
From being from Florida, right? We used to hear the car driving by with the trunk.
Like the Magic DJ Magic Mike.
You know what I mean?
Shit, yeah.
Jam
But it wasn't,
Yeah,
at that time, that was like old, right? And it was like Florida culture more than anybody else, right? So that to me, it was like the last thing we had. We had made Wolves, we had made Police State.
Everything.
We said what we want to say, right? And then everybody's like, we need a single. And like he said, it was more like, I started just thinking like when I was growing up, what was the most middle finger shit, you know what I mean? The sound wise, you know what I mean? And that's what I thought, like the obnoxious.
Though there were many conscious groups before Dead Prez, this album ended up being one of the most important hip-hop albums in hip-hop history. Each track had a specific subject and message and a goal at reaching the listener and giving them food for thought. This album went against every mainstream norm, and it ended up having a long-lasting impact that is felt to this day.
For all intents and purposes, Let's Get Free was a model of information age. Why? Because it was our latest technology. You know what I'm saying? It was our political education speaking. It was like the latest way we knew how to explain the world, and what we really try to do with information age is like encompass what it can be. Like, you know, what with the highest awakening, you know, and a long view, what we could be and what we could build. And we try to do it in hip hop form, and that's what.
The experiences we've been through. It touched on a lot of different things. Like we've been through just loving hip hop and the parties. You know what I mean? We done seen the streets. We done been involved in losing people in the families. Crack epidemic hit the block. Yeah. But we also got hip to the Black Panther Party, and we started looking at back in the 90s and whatnot, police was shooting us just like they doing now. And so all them things, teenagers just coming in, the knowledge of self, that was our unique voice, you know what I mean? So we ain't really know what genre or what to put it in, you know what I mean? We just wanted to come with some real, and we felt like that was the only record we was gonna ever get to make, so we wanted to be 1,000% real, you know?
That's cool. I mean,
our goals with that was to create our own sound, you know what I mean, to the soundscape, where we come from, our tempo, our pace.
That's right.
At that time, a lot of stuff was the club, the shiny suit or whatever, and we enjoyed that, but our space was something slightly different.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? So we wanted to have an album that we felt like was well-rounded as far as our lifestyle. And, so there's stuff about, education and, training and diet and psychology and what I mean, the dope game and just everything that was the holistic picture. A lot of times people tell you about the dope game but they don't tell you the whole picture.
Exactly.
Or they tell you about the party but they don't tell you the whole when you go.
I read a book that said that money is power, which is corruption. Destruction is its one and only function. But where we live is in, you gotta be king. So we supply to the fiends, cause see the ends justify the means. Politics is war without guns. War is politics with guns. You know what I mean? You better get one.
Off the strength of Let's Get Free, M-1 and Stic.Man would tour the world. Before their second album would officially release, Stick1 and M-1 decided to take the mixtape route. Turn Off the Radio Volume 1 and 2 were released during this time period. Dead Prez decided to rhyme over popular mainstream songs, but with the caveat, this would be over conscious topics and lyrics.
Top to see when your brain went. If rap shit is way bigger than entertainment. It's the people versus the pigs when it all go down. It's not Pac versus Big, it's who's getting the power. And power ain't money, all is self-determination. Right. And take a hot and make it into real people section. That's war. I'm tired.
Rock with it. Rock with it. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Y'all feel that?
I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
If you know what saying, I'm tired of struggling, y'all.
Get crunk in.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel we here.
I'm tired of struggling, y'all. Look.
The system ain't gon' change unless you make it change.
The White House is the rock house. I'm the Sam is the motherfucking pusher man. What I gotta do to make sure you understand? Spit it on the beat by Timberland. What I gotta do? Kidnap a live like a method. Make it relevant.
Hold a harmony hostage to these people on me verses.
That's the arms in the churches, bombs in the persons. That's when you think it's calm on the surface. We bomb on the verse. Uncle Tom get nervous every verse.
Loud Records owner would sell the label to Sony Records. Dead Prez was ready to re-up with a new sound and also a new way of delivering their message over bass heavy and lo-fi beats. The lead single to Revolutionary But Gangsta would be Hell Yeah, Pimp the System. The song would be so popular, Jay-Z would hop on the remix.
My way of living is based on pure reality. Far much more than just a crack selling mentality. I sharpen my brain, karate keep my body trained. I think of my brother and how to crack tighten the veins in his arms. Wish I could take the stress off my mom, cause she harmless, y'all. She don't deserve no part of this. What is true to all evil? Money is.
Right on. Well, we got a new album dropping called Information Age. Long time coming. Me and my partner. Brand new sound, brand new spirit, same old struggle. We just been growing a lot, you know what I mean, as human beings, you know what I mean, taking everything we done learned through the years in music and life and our training and politics, and using this information age technology, you know, to continue reaching out, continue making the impact that we can with what we have. Hopefully we're reflecting where people are, you know what I'm saying, and the different journeys and the triumphs and the struggles that people go.
What we are learning every day into something that will stay and become music or become like our own life lessons. But that's in essence what we try to do.
Even though their third album wouldn't drop until 2012, Dead Prez decided to have solo careers, release films, release books. They used this time in a positive way because they had a lot of their individual goals that they had to tackle, and they come back for this album. M-1 would drop his solo debut called Confidential, and then he would continue to release several called Fit Hop. It would be Stickman's love and his journey for his own health goals, his love for running and working out. He would drop 2 albums, Workout 1 and Workout 2. He would release a website, books, he would go on book tours, just really speaking to how health can manifest into a better reality. Dead Prez is still one of the most important groups in hip-hop history. Having something to say can go a long way. It can extend your career, and anytime you have conscious music, you never run out of topics to talk about, because the world is always evolving and changing, but at the same time it's always repeating if these things aren't brought up. Will there be another Dead Prez? Who knows? But what you can do is study everything that they are about, all the music that they have contributed, the books, the movies, and really dig into what they're trying to say. Is very important, and this is dedicated to Dead Prez.